Hello BC, welcome back to my next video. Today I would like to talk about another Analogue Productions Series, and I would like to go with the Beach Boys, one of the bigger bands in music history. And what strikes me was when I read in the liner notes of this series, the whole Beach Boys series, that at first they almost had made the decision that they will only come out with the stereo versions of those records. Probably not for the Surfin Safari, but with the other ones. They preferred the stereos at the beginning. But then they got into the mono tapes, and looks like they were very surprised how good they are, and took the right decision and said, okay, let's go, if possible, with both versions, the stereo and the mono version. What I find a little surprising when I read on, that they say that Brian Wilson was much more into the mono versions, and his only interest was for the mono versions of their releases. And I thought and felt quite remembered about things I've heard about the Beatles mono box, where they also said, oh, the Beatles were much more into their mono versions, stereo version was not important to them. And I don't know, maybe the reason for that is also that to mix up a mono record is probably much easier than mixing a good stereo version. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe there's someone out there who knows something about the Beatles who can shed some light on that topic. So, but now, as I said, we go for the Beach Boys and start with Surfin Safari. As every edition in this Analogue series, the mastering is done by our friend Kevin Gray, who did, of course, a tremendous job. And for the Surfin Safari, it's only out on mono for obvious reasons, and what goes for this record, it's by far the best version I have heard from this album. It's great. Beautiful. Show you the back side. Great one. So the next is Beach Boys' Little Deuce Coupe. Here is the stereo one. I hope I put out the rare, it's a stereo one. Surfin Safari is out on 1962. This one came out in 1963 with that gorgeous cover. I really am into that cover. So second one, of course, now I show you not much of a difference. Show you the mono version. So if I have to decide which one to go with this album, I would probably go in this case with the mono one. Very beautiful. So, and the next one is a big one. Surfer Girl. Fantastic job from Kevin Gray. Really good. This is the mono version. Came out also in 1963. But they did another version, the stereo version. And this one is not like the others, a 33 round, it's a 45. And this is not one of the best sounding records in the series. This is one of the best sounding records I own. There's no better showcase than this record for the brilliance and beauty of the harmonies the Beach Boys produced, and at this point Brian Wilson really took over the Beach Boys. He wrote the songs, he made the production. That's when he took over. That's highly recommended. So if you ask me for which version, if you would like to decide, go for the mono or the stereo, in that case, go for the stereo. Or otherwise, if you don't like 45s, the mono is a 33 and not bad at all. So take the 33, so take the mono. And I find it quite striking that this was not the last record the Beach Boys did in 1963. They really came out with another record in 1963, and that's Surfin USA. And that is an output, huh? 3 records of this magnitude, unbelievable. You know, I think that the Beach Boys are one of the most successfully bands of all time. And nowadays, they come a little short in a way. Everybody is talking still about the Beatles, about Rolling Stones, and the Beach Boys has falling a little behind those super groups, or what shall we call them. And you know, for this video series with the Beach Boys, I got a little back to them, and it really was fun. It really was fun. I really forgot a lot of their great songs. So maybe it's worth to go a little back to them. And on this Surfin USA record, which is, this one is a stereo one. There are great songs, not only Surfin USA, you have Lonely Sea, you have The Noble Surfer and Farmer's Daughter, all great songs, all really classic songs, very good. So this is a stereo one, and of course I have here the mono one. Not much of a difference for you now, of course, but as a completionist, I show you also the mono version. So if I have to decide, go for the stereo or go for the mono, but this is a tough one. Get both, or maybe the mono one, but that narrow. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. The availability, if you want to buy some of those, are great. You can get all of them. When I ordered my, which is not in this video, I ordered my party time from Beach Boys. This was signed as limited stock, but if it's not over at Acoustic Sounds or wherever, you will get that on Discogs. They are not that hard to get. The Pet Shop, the Pet Sounds stereo version has been sold out for some time and went up in price, of course, get up to 250 euros, but now it's back in print, and I think they will stay in print for quite some while. They put out this series from 2014 to 2017, so I have high hopes that these editions will stay out for some time, and if you want them, you will get them, and this is of course a good thing. So that's it with the first part of the Beach Boys series. There will be, of course, another part. I don't know if it's done with a part 2, or maybe there will be a third, but it's all around 24 records in that series. But I see, maybe one part that comes, or maybe 2 parts. Hope you like it. I hope you like the Beach Boys, and give them a try. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.